standing at any point during the competition. We thank you for your kind cooperation. Now, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we welcome these province and honor America as Madison Landry of Fort Small West High School performs our national anthem.
Excellent rendition of our national anthem. Welcome to St. Peters, Missouri, home of the Rec-Plex, also former home to the U.S. Olympic team trials in diving in 2004. This is the 76th MSHSAA High School Swimming and Diving Championships. I'm Tim Miller. I'll be with you throughout the championships here tonight. We have Jake on the camera, and we're asking you to just settle back and enjoy the stream here for these championships. And we do remind you, fans, that MSHSAA and When We Were Young Productions are proud to introduce MSHSAA.tv, a website devoted to streaming all MSHSAA championship events. The boys swimming preliminaries, diving, and championship finals from this year's event will be available to watch and purchase. Be sure to check it out at MSHSAA.tv. So, Jake and I were here last night for the prelims and all afternoon, morning really, for the diving championships, and we'll bring you that when we have our break in event 5, all about diving. Right now we have the March 2, the consolation of the first event, which will be the medley relay. A couple of names to look for today. Nick Orr from Parkway Central, a senior. He is number 1 seed in the 200 medley as a team, the 200 IM, second seed in the 100 fly, and first in the 400 free relay. John Glazer of Lafayette, number 1 in the 200 free seed, 4 seed in the 100 free, 2 in the 200 free, and number 12 in the 400 free. Nick Davis from Marquette, a senior, number 7 in the 200 medley relay, number 2 in the 200 free, 3 in the 100 free, number 9 in the 400 free. Brandon Wiesman from Parkway Central, a senior, seated number 1 in the 200 medley, 4 in the 200 IM, 2 in the 100 back, and first in the 400 free. Zach Rogers of Parkway Central, a junior. As we are starting, let me get back to that. We are starting our first race. This is the consolation of the 200-yard medley relay. Marquette is in 1, Eureka in 2, Rockhurst in 3, Parkway Central in 4, John Burroughs in 5. Nope, check this. That's the championship. We have Glendale in 1, Rockbridge in 2, Chaminade in 3, Kickapoo in 4, Park Hill in 5, Lindbergh in 6, Springfield Central in 7, and Blue Springs South in 8. First leg, as you can see, there's the fly. First to touch is lane 3. That's Will O'Shea out of Chaminade. Second into the pool is the breaststroke. first to touch in the breast, that was Trey Schuler. Oh, I missed a stroke, sorry, the back. So here comes the final. It is the free. Chaminade, it looks like they're in good shape. A lot of whitewater as we go down. And the first to touch in the consolation is Chaminade in first place. Second belongs to Kickapoo. Third to Lindbergh. 4 to Park Hill. 5 went to Blue Springs South. 6 to Glendale. 7 to Rock Bridge. And 8 to Springfield Central. And this will quickly take us to the championship heat. Let me set up the lanes for you now, and then I've got some information from some of the swimmers. Marquette will be in 1, Eureka in 2, Rockhurst in 3, Parkway Central in 4, Burroughs in 5, John Burroughs, Francis Howell in 6, Kirkwood in 7, Parkway West will be in lane 8. Last year, the winners of this match was Parkway Central. They are number 1 seed again from yesterday. They have Riley Brown, Brandon Weisman, Nick Orff, and Zach Rogers. Weisman and Orff on this team last year as state champions, looking to repeat. Riley Brown also in the 400 free and the 100 back. Weisman in the 200 IM, the 100 back, and the 400 free. Nick Orff in the 200 IM, the 100 fly, and the 400 free relay. Zach Rogers also in the 200 and the 100 free and the 400 free relay. John Burroughs also in good shape. Number 2 seed in this one. Kevin Steinhaus, the 400 free. Also in the 50 free and the 200 free relay. Brad Rue is in the 100 breast. Beckles in the 200 free relay and the 400 free relay. And Waterman is in the 200 free and the 400 free relay. Rockhurst, the third team to look at. A.J. Eisman, a 200 free relay. Alex Albrecht, the 200 IM and the 100 breast. Also the 400 free relay. Scoville, the 100 back and the 400 free. And Bennon, the 200 free and the 500 free and the 400 free. So first in the water is Brown for Central, Steinhaus for Burroughs, and Eisman for Rockhurst. First to touch, John Burroughs in 5. Next in the water, it's Weisman for Central, Rue for Burroughs, and Albrecht for Rockhurst. First to touch is way down in lane 6. And that is Francis Howell. Bobby Wood with a very good leg there. Now we're into the butterfly. Lane 4 looks to be in the lead. That's Parkway Central. They have touched first. And now the free. In the pool for Central, Zach Rogers for Burroughs, Tyler Waterman, and for Rockhurst, Lewis Bainan. Looks like lane 4 will repeat as champions. Central, number 1. Won 36-81. Second, John Burroughs. Third was Francis Howell. 4 was Rockhurst. 5, Marquette. 6, Parkway West. 7, Kirkwood. And 8 was Eureka. And we won't take much time, and we'll go right to the awards on this. So 136.81. Just a touch off the state record of 135.94 set by Rockhurst in 2005. But congratulations to Parkway Central as they are return champions in the 200-yard medley relay. This year's team, Riley Brown, Brandon Weisman, Nick Orff, and Zach Rogers. Last year, again, their winning team was Weisman, Larkins, Orff, and Biggs. So they are going over the results. We'll do that as well when we get the official statistics. We can run that during the break time for diving, and then during the 500 free we can get caught up on some as well. So congratulations to Parkway Central as they are champions again in our first event. Again, the swimmers today, Riley Brown, Brandon Weisman, Nick Orff, and Zach Rogers. And mucho congratulations to Brandon Weisman and Nick Orff, return champions in that event. So, in a few moments, Parkway Central's head coach will be able to hand out the awards. That's Kevin Fober, as he's handing out now 8th place through first.
The team is made up of Cameron Beck, Jeffrey Berger, Michael Seifert, and James Hoffman.
Kirkwood getting their medals now. 8th place was Eureka. 6th is Parkway West.
The team is made up of Section 80, Grant Eastley, Tommy Christensen, and Ryan Schleter.
Fifth place is Marquette. I was mentioning names earlier about who to look for today. We've already seen Nick Orff in the pool, and Brandon Weisman. I was talking about Zach Rogers last from Parkway Central Junior. He was just in that medley that got first place. He'll also be in the 200 frees, 4 seed there, 5 seed in the 100 free, and number 1 seed in the 400 free relay. Also from Rockhurst, a couple of swimmers you just were introduced to. Alex Albrocht. He is a sophomore, number 3 in that medley as they just finished. Also seated number 8, the IM, 2 in the breast, 2 in the 400 free relay. Lewis Bainan of Rockhurst, a senior, number 3. He just was in that medley relay, and he's also seated number 3 in the 200 free, and number 1 in the 500 free, and number 2 in the 400 free relay. And the big name to remember from last year, Andrew Sanssouci, a senior from Timberland. Number 1 seed in the 50 free, number 1 in the 100 fly. He's looking to match his championships from last year. John Burrows now to the podium, as they are the runners-up here. And your champions from Parkway Central, Riley Brown, Brandon Weisman, Nick Orff, and Zach Rogers. Yeah, not even a second off of the state record time of 1:35.94. They came in 1:36.81. And that takes care of our first event, the 200-yard medley relay. Good picture there of your 32 finals. And the state flag to Parkway Central for the second year row in this event. Central has the most in the finals with 9. Rockhurst right behind that with 8. Rockhurst is probably going to take the team championship again this year, mostly because of their diving earlier today. They got nearly 50 points in the team score for their diving. Our next event will be the 200-yard freestyle. Who to look for in the 200 free? John Glazer, seeded number 1, 3rd place last year. Liam Huffman, 4th last year, seeded 5 today. Also Zach Rogers, who won the consolation final last year. Now 4th seed in this consolation heat. Lane 1, it's Tom Prinsloo, Tommy Christensen in 2. Prinsloo from Park Hill South, Christensen from Parkway West. Lane 3, Kyle Martin from Liberty North. Conrad Pollies from Parkway South in 4. Timothy Regan from Parkway South in 5. Rock Bridges, Alex Chuck is in 6. 7, Christian Knupfer from Lindbergh. And in 8, it's Derek Milkey from Francis Howell Central. So Prinsloo in 1, Christensen in 2, Martin in 3, Pollies in 4, Regan in 5, Schott in 6, Knupfer in 7, and Milkey in 8. 200-yard free. First to touch after the first split is in lane 7. That's Christian Knupfer from Lindbergh. Lane 7 looking good, as well as lane 5. Second split, lane 5. That is Timothy Regan of Parkway South. And here for the third of 4 legs. Tight in the middle. Still looks like lane 5. Regan. Touch first, and he does. Pollies just 0.03 of a second away. Lane 4 looking good. That's Conrad Pollies of Parkway South. So Regan and Pollies both from South. Hope to finish 1-2 here in the consolation. Looks like lane 3 is going to have something to say about that. Kyle Martin of Liberty North. But touching first is Pollies. 2 is Martin. Third was way at the top, Prinsloo. Fourth was Regan. Fifth was Knupfer. Sixth was Shop. 7 was Malky. And 8 was Christensen. Now we go to the championship. It'll be Michael Hines of Lee Summit North in 1. Liam Huffman, Park Hill South in 2. Lewis Bainan from Rockhurst in 3. John Glazier of Lafayette Wildwood in 4. Nick Davis from Marquette in lane 5. Lane 6 is Zach Rogers of Parkway Central. In 7 from Glendale, Will Brand. And in lane 8, Charles Sella from MICDS. John Glazier in this one, also in the 200 free. Well, we know that. That's the race that's coming up. Glazier third last year. Liam Huffman was 5th last year. Zach Rogers was 9th last year. So back in the final is Glazier and Huffman. So Glazier with the best time. He'll be in lane 4. So a lot of these swimmers already back in that first race, the championship in the 200-yard medley. A lot of whitewater here in this 200 free championship match. Looking good in lane 4. That's Glazier. He'll touch first. There's about 4/10 of a second. Maybe a half second lead so far. Glazier makes the turn first. In the second leg. Still in good shape. In lane 4. After 2 legs, Glazier. 48-16 split. He has about a 3/4 second lead. Glazier third last year, hoping to become the champ as he's first to turn into the third leg. Coming on strong in lane 2 is Liam Huffman. Glazier first. Huffman touches second. We go to the home stretch. It's going to be Huffman and Glazier. It's going to be tight. In lanes 2 and 4. Huffman at the turn with the lead. Glazier falling back. Even lane 3. Barron might touch before Glazier. It's Huffman. Then Bainan. Barron, sorry. Glazier's third. Fourth is Nick Davis. Now it's 5th is Davis. 4th is Rogers. 5th is Davis. 6 is Will Brand. 7 is Michael Hines. And then 8th goes to Charles Sella. What a finish by Liam Huffman. Comes in at 140.79. What a finish. Glazier had that race for 3 legs. And then coming strong was Lewis Bainan. And then really strong at the end, Liam Huffman. So Glazier stays right where he was last year, 3rd place again. Huffman goes from 4th last year to the champion this year. Rogers improves from 9th to 4th. And second place to Lewis Bainan of Rockhurst. So Park Hill South, the coach Steve De La Pedra will give out the awards here.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, the awards ceremony for the 203 will now take place. Handing out the awards is Steve De La Pedra.
So now we have the coach of Liam Huffman handing out the awards here. Again, 8th was Charles Sella, MICDS.
In 7th place with a time of 1:45.69 from Lee Summit North, Michael Hines.
Michael Hines in 7th from Lee Summit North.
In 6th place with a time of 1:42.73 from Glendale, Will Brand.
6th goes to Will Brand of Glendale.
In 5th place with a time of 1:42.26 from Marquette.
5th, Nick Davis of Marquette.
In 4th place with a time of 1:41.6.
4th will go to Parkway Central's Zach Rogers. So Rogers, 3rd last year, 4th this year.
In 3rd place with a time of 1:41.52 from Lafayette, John Glazier.
Sorry, I meant that for Glazier. Glazier 3rd the last 2 years in a row now. Glazier from Lafayette. Runner-up in a very good finish.
In 2nd place with a time of 1:41.34.
Second place, Lewis Bainan from Rockhurst. And your champion from Park Hill South, the senior Liam Huffman. Congratulations to Huffman. Had a great race.
Ladies and gentlemen, your champions of the men's 203.
Next up will be the event number 3, the 200-yard individual medley. So they will do all 4 strokes themselves. Start with the butterfly, then the backstroke, then the breaststroke, and then the freestyle. And we are loaded, folks, in the championship. First, they'll be bringing out the consolation in the 200 IM. It'll be John Ragsdale from Hickman in 1, Daniel Maynard of Staley in 2, Michael Seifert of Kirkwood in 3, Nathaniel Valter of Staley in 4, Austin Mayer of Lindbergh in 5, Kristen Troxel of Jackson in 6, Alex Lombardo of Rockhurst in 7, and Jack Finley of MICDS in lane 8.
From Jackson, Christian Troxel. In lane 7 from Rockhurst, Alex Lombardo. And lane from MICDS, Jack Finley.
So here we go for the 200 individual medley. First is the butterfly.
So this is the end of event 4, 53, first ball for first ball, he's 1 and 2, 53.
Over and back in every stroke. Pretty dead, even right now. See who touches first. In the butterfly, leg. It is lane 6. So that is Troxel of Jackson. Now they flip over to the backstroke. This is a very important race because a lot of these non-seniors can use this as a springboard for the championship finals next year. Lanes 2 and 8 look good. Lane 2 touching first there. And that was Daniel Maynard. So he is first halfway through. Now it is the breaststroke. And the lead in lane 8 continues. First touch is lane 8. Jack Finley, MICDS. We're seeing a different swimmer in every leg. And now the freestyle, over and back. Oh, making a stretch for it right now is lane 6, Troxel of Jackson. And the first touch is Jackson's Troxel. Second to touch was Mayer. Third, Vaughter. Tie for third, Finley as well. Fifth went to Seifert. Sixth to Lombardo. 7 to Maynard, and 8 to Ragsdale. That'll bring us to our championship in the 200 individual medley. In lane 1, Nicholas Alexander of Vianney. In 2, Jack Plunke of Blue Springs South. Kevin Poskin of Marquette in 3. Nick Orff, Parkway Central in 4. Ethan Brissett, Lee Summit North in 5. In 6, Brendan Weissman of Parkway Central. In 7, Ryan Baker, Francis Howell. And in lane 8, Alex Albrecht from Rockhurst. I needed a lot of those guys earlier. Orff is the defending champion. He'll be in lane 4. Poskin, 3rd last year. Baker, 6th last year. Weissman, 8th last year. And winning the consolation was Bennett last year. Brissett got 2nd in the consolation, and Plunke got 3rd in the consolation. So this is a loaded final in the 200 IM. Again, Nick Orff, the defending champion in this event. We are ready to go. This ought to be a good one. Starts with the fly. Good touch for all. And it looks like, for the moment, it is Nick Orff in the lead. First split is Nick Orff in first place by over a second. Now to the backstroke. Orff making more space between him and lane 5, Ethan Brissett. It's Orff and Brissett right now, first and second. Second leg belongs to Orff again. He now has an almost 2-second lead. Now to the breaststroke. Orff looking stronger and stronger. Brissett in 5, looking good as well. Orff makes the turn. Then Brissett, then the rest of the field. It's really a fight for third at this point. Brissett making up some distance here on Orff. Orff first to touch. Brissett, a minute and a half behind. Here's the free. Orff trying to become the defending champion in this event. Makes the flip. He'll have to fall apart to lose this one. Nick Orff will defend his championship in the individual medley at 151.44. Second did go to Brissett. A good race by Ethan Brissett. Third place goes down to Ryan Baker. Fourth was Weissman. Fifth went to Hoskins. Sixth goes to Flinky. 7 goes to Albrecht. And 8 goes to Alexander. So your champion for the second year in a row, Nick Orff of Parkway Central. His time last year, 151.06. Today, 151.44. The record is 149.95. So that means that Parkway Central's coach gets to play again. So Kevin Fulber will be giving out the medals again here in the 200 IM. So Parkway Central moving up in the team standings with their championship in the 200 medley relay. Also with their 20 points by Nick Orff, 40 points by the relay, but both Rockhurst and Parkway Central coaches made it known that it feels like Rockhurst is going to take home their ninth or 10th in a row. Now we're ready for our championship medals here in the 200 IM. Kevin Fulber, a busy man. Thanks to Nick Orff. He gets to hand out the medals for the second year in a row in this event. Eighth place will go to Ryan Baker. Sorry, Alexander from Vianney, a freshman.
In seventh place, with a time of 156.9.
Rockhurst sophomore, Alex Albrecht. He's in a lot of different swims today, so look for him in the future. Blue Springs junior, Jack Punke. Punecki. Marquette senior, Kevin Poskin, will get the fifth place medal. Fourth place to Brandon Weisman. He's been on the podium already today with his team's first place in the 200-yard medley relay. Weisman will be the next to get his award. So coach has two swimmers in the final. Weisman senior, more state medals now. 2 years in a row at the 200-yard medley. Now Ryan Baker, Francis Howell, a junior. Runner-up, Ethan Brissett from Lee Summit North, a junior.
In second place with a time of 152.88 from Lee Summit North, Ethan Brissett.
And all that's left is your champion, Nick Orff from Parkway Central.
And in first place, your winner of the 200 individual medley posted a time of 151.44 from Parkway Central, Nick Orff.
No stranger to this podium. Nick Orff, winner of this event last year as well. Good news for all other swimmers. He is a senior. And there you have it, the winners of the 200-yard IM.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, a reminder, especially with these sprints coming up next, it is requested that there be absolute silence at the start of each race, and please, no flash photography. Just to give all swimmers a fair start. Once again, thank you for your kind cooperation.
They're just about ready now for the 50 free. That's always a fun one. And the consolation looks like this in the 50 free. In lane 1 will be Connor Dillon from Blue Springs South. Easton Noble will be in lane 2 from Westminster Christian. Chris Favier from St. Louis University High School in 3. Stephen Tressler from Eureka in 4. Ryan Duffy will be in lane 5 from Staley. Connor Gregston from Blue Springs South is in 6. Nate O'Connor from Lee Summit West is in 7. And Trey Schuller from Chaminade is in 8.
In lane 3, from St. Louis University High, Chris Favier. In lane 4, from Eureka, Stephen Tressler. In lane 5, from Staley, Ryan Duffy. In lane 6, from Blue Springs South, Connor Gregston. In lane 7, from Lee Summit West, Nate O'Connor. And in lane 8, from Chaminade, Trey Schuler.
We are ready for the consolation 50-yard free, over and back, and that's it. This is whitewater at its best. Lane 6 looking pretty good. And the touch is in lane 6. So Connor Gregston, first to touch. Second place belongs to Ryan Duffy. Third to Favier. Fourth place to Connor Dillon. Fifth to Trey Schuller. Sixth goes to Nate O'Connor. 7, Stephen Tressler. And 8 by Easton Noble. And that sets up the championship here in the 53. Lane 1, Shane Witsicki from Liberty. Lane 2, Lunsford Shock, from MICDS. Cole Robertson 3 from Liberty North. Andrew Sansucci of Timberland, I'll talk about him in a moment, is in lane 4. Kevin Steinhaus in 5 from John Burroughs. Also from John Burroughs in 6, Daniel Dimer. Jeremy Bruder from Lafayette is in 7. And Jonah Karandi from Liberty is in 8. Sansucci, champion last year in this event, ran a 20:69, swam a 20:69. Also, Schrock was second in the consolation last year. Also in the consolation final, Jeremy Bruder and Cole Roberts. But all eyes on Andrew Sansucci. Can he repeat? 20:47 is the record. 20:69 last year. Yesterday, he swam 20:71, so a little bit off of his final pace. And we have a good start. Lane 4 is the defending champion, Andrew Sansucci. And he makes the turn. And he's in the lead by a half a body already. The defending champion in the 50 free Andrew Sanssouci at 20.44. Just misses the state mark. 20.44. Second, Steinhaus. Third, Witsicki. Four is Roberts. Tied for fifth is Bruder and Karandi. Seventh goes to Dimer, and eighth to Schock. Speaking of Schock, wow, what a race by Andrew Sanssouci. Came in 20.71 is his time yesterday. Last year, as I said, he won it with a time of 20.69. The state record, 20.38, set by Margautier a couple of years ago from Rockhurst. And he just came that close at 20.44 by the Timberland senior, Andrew Sanssouci, a return champion in this fourth event. So we've already seen a return champion in event 1, Parkway Central, in the 200-yard meet relay. We've seen a return champion in event number 3, Nick Orff, our return champion in the IM. We saw a return champion just now in the 50 free, Andrew Sanssouci from Timberland, the return champion. So when you can have a return champion so far, that's what we've been getting as well. We're going to take a break now. Event 5 is diving. I'm going to take a short breath myself, and then I will come back in about a minute, and we'll give you the results of diving and the preliminaries so far tonight. But first, we'll stay with the medal ceremony here, as Timberland's coach will be able to hand out these awards. Teresa Cordenier, as she will hand out the awards, namely to her senior, Andrew Sanssouci, with the return champion. So 8th place again was Lunsford Schock from MICDF. 7th was Dimer of John Burroughs. See the JBS on the back, John Burroughs. Tie for 5th. So Jonah Karani and Jeremy Bruder tie for 5th. So they'll share the 5th podium. So they'll split the team points as well. Add them together and cut them in half.
In 4th place with a time of 21.79 from Liberty North,
Cole Roberts from Liberty North in 4th place. Third will be Liberty's Shane Witsky.
In 3rd place with a time of 21.66 from Liberty, Shane Witsky.
Witsky a senior, Schock a senior. Sanssouci will hear in a moment, a senior. Bruder a senior. Everybody else juniors. Second place, a great race from John Burroughs, only a junior, Kevin Steinhaus. Steinhaus also earlier second place in the team yard, 200-yard medley relay.
And in 1st place, your winner of the 53
and your return champion in a 24-4 run, Andrew Sanssouci from Timberland. A big hug from the coach. He'll be back. He's got another race coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, your champions of the men.
We'll let Jake get a good shot of that, and we'll take a very quick break. Give me about 2 minutes, and I'll be back with some of the results of diving and the first 4 events today.
Ladies and gentlemen, as I mentioned, this concludes our first half of swim. Let's give all of our process cool downs. When you return, you will have the second portion of swimming. And during this break, we will update you on the men's 100 springboard diving competition and have our first update for team scores. Ladies and gentlemen, early this morning we conducted the men's 100 springboard diving competition, and here are your results from that. In 16th place with 265.1 points from Blue Spring South, James Poole. In 15th place with 283.2 points from Rec South Central, Eric Macy. In 14th place with 285.9 points from Kirkwood, Alex S. In 13th place with 299.35 points from
Gun here to be the bell lap. We're in the final lap of the consolation of the 500 free. Right now in the lead, it is in lane 5, Garrett Nasel, K-N-A-S-E-L, of Chaminade. So it looks like Chaminade in 5 will touch first here in the consolation. Only a junior from Chaminade. Touching second was Riley. Riley from Lee Summit North. Third was Lair of Rockhurst. Fourth was Andrews of St. Louis High. Fifth was Gotch of Staley. Sixth, Munoz of Blue Spring South. 7 was Workman of Kickapoo. And in 8th was Byers of Rockhurst. And now we're ready for the 500 free championship. In lane 1, Christian Troxel of Jackson, a senior. In lane 2, Even Petrich, a sophomore from Springfield Central. Tom Prinslow from Park Hill South, a senior in lane 3. In lane 4, Lewis Bainan from Rockhurst, a senior. In lane 5, Ryan Baker, a junior from Francis Howell. In 6, Jack Klunecki, a junior from Blue Springs South. Kyle Martin in 7 from Liberty North, a senior. And in 8, Jordan Mayer, a senior from Lindbergh. In the 500 free, Ryan Baker, winner of this last year, he's in the final. Also, Lewis Barron got 5th last year. He's in this final. Christian Troxel, 7th last year. Jack Klunecki got 8th last year. Tom Prinslow was in the consolation final, so was Jordan Mayer. So this is not a abnormal swim for these young men. Ryan Baker trying to become a defending state champion. And Mr. Baker is in lane 5. And while this moves along, we'll be able to catch you up on some of the other finals today since our last break. And in the 100 butterfly, right after the break, that was event 6. We had a very good 100 butterfly race. And the top 3 went to Kevin Poskin of Marquette in 3rd. A senior, the senior from Parkway Central, Nick Orff, got 2nd. And in 1st, a return championship for Andrew Sanssouci. He got one just before the break today in the 50 fly. Now he gets the rematch in the 100-yard butterfly and gets his 2nd defending state championship. And that's not all, folks. He also broke a new MSHSAA record. So his record will be 47.96, breaking his record from last year that he set at 48.14. So that was a big excitement in the 100 butterfly coming out of the break. Then we had the 100 free. The top three there. Nick Davis, a senior Marquette, got third place. Liam Huffman, who already won an event earlier, got second place to Alex Crawford. In the 100 free, a junior from Francis Howell, a time of 46.50 is your state champion in the boys 100-yard free. And as far as team scores go, after those 7 events, Parkway Central in the lead of 129 to Rockhurst 111, Marquette in third, Francis Howell in fourth. So that could change, though. Rockhurst with some swims coming up later, like in this 500. Parkway Central not in this race, and Marquette has a chance to pick up some points there. So, I'm sorry, Rockhurst has some chance to pick up some points. So we'll look at that race very closely. Rockhurst at least with a 9-year run of the championship for the team, and Parkway Central definitely giving them a run for their money this year. We're in the midst of the 500, the final. We do remind you that Misha and When We Were Young Productions are proud to introduce MSHSAA.tv, a website devoted to streaming all MSHSAA championship events. The boys swimming preliminaries yesterday, the diving this afternoon, and this championship final from this year's event will be available to watch and purchase. Be sure to check out MSHSAA.tv. First in this right now, is in lane 4, Lewis Bainin. Again, the defending champion, Ryan Baker, is in lane 5. He is second behind Bainin. They are 1 and 2 as we are coming close to the gun lap. It is still a tight race for first place. In lane 4, that is Bainin, and 5 is Baker. Baker trying to repeat as state champion. He'll have to do it in this gun lap. One more flip. It's Baker and Bainin. Bainin in 5. Sorry, Bainin in 4. Baker in 5. Here it is for the stretch. Can Baker repeat as a champion, or will Bainin stop him from that? At the wall, it is Bainin by a quarter second. Lewis Bainin, 4:29:05 is your champion in the 500. Second to touch was Ryan Baker, champion last year, second this year. Third place went to Prenslow. Fourth went to Klunecki. Fifth went to Kyle Martin. Sixth to Troxel. 7 went to Jordan Mayer, and 8 went to Evan Petrich. But your champion in the 500 is Lewis Bainin from Rockhurst. So big points there for Rockhurst, as Parkway Central was not in this event, and Rockhurst had an 8th place in the consolation, so that picks them up 2 points or so. Then they have the champion here, so that's 20. So a pickup of 20-something points there for Rockhurst over Parkway Central after 8 events. So it's not to be done. Another state champion. We've had a lot of back-to-backs, but not to happen here with the now junior Ryan Baker of Francis Howell. He was seeded second. Bainin was seeded first, and he lived up to that today as well. So Lewis Bainin, the senior of Rockhurst, is your champion. And the Rockhurst coach will be glad to give out the awards today. And that would be...
And ladies and gentlemen, the award ceremony for the 500 meter will now take place. Handing out the awards is Paul Winkler, head coach of Rockhurst. In 8th place with a time of 4:51.71 from Springfield Central.
Oh, Paul Winkler, sorry. Winkler handing out the final awards here in the 500 free. In 8th place, it was eighth place was Evan Petrich of Springfield Central. 7, Jordan Mayer of Lindbergh. 6 was Jackson's Kristen Troxel. As we see that happening right now. Next will be 5th place, Liberty North Senior, Kyle Martin.
In 5th place with a time of 4:45.69 from Liberty North, Kyle Martin.
So Martin from Liberty North in 5th. 4th place, a junior from Blue Springs South, Jack Punecki.
In 4th place with a time of 4:43.75 from Blue Springs South, Jack Punecki.
And the top 3 will be the senior, Park Hill South senior, Tom Prinslow will get the 3rd place medal.
In 3rd place with a time of 4:40.92 from Park Hill South, Tom Prinslow.
The runner-up is last year's state champion, the junior from Francis Howell, Ryan Baker. So he'll have a chance to defend next year.
In 2nd place with a time of 4:29.32 from Francis Howell, Ryan Baker.
And your champion this year, the senior from Rockhurst, Lewis Bainan.
And in 1st place, your winner of the 500 free, posting a time of 4:29.05 from Rockhurst, Lewis Bainan. Ladies and gentlemen, champions of the men's 500-yard freestyle.
Event 9 will be the 200 freestyle relay. 200 free relay. Consolation will have the following teams. It'll be Parkway Central in lane 1, Blue Springs in 2, Lindbergh in 3, Eureka in 4, St. Louis High in 5, Chaminade will be in 6, 7 will be Oakville, and 8 will be Kearney, as they are yet to be marched out here to music.
Ladies and gentlemen, now we're in the starting area.
Now we're ready for the consolation heat here in the 200 free. Central's first, or here are the first swimmers in the pool. Central will send out Spencer Krause, Blue Springs, Drew Coleman, Drew Wageman for Lindbergh, Chris Horn from Eureka, Colin Durden from St. Louis High, Chaminade Michael Alberici, Oakville Dylan Werner, and Kearney Tyler Thorne. Next into the pool, Centrals, Matthew Walter. Blue Springs, Zach Lindberg. Austin Mayer for Lindbergh. Danny Van Patten for Eureka. Nick Coors for St. Louis U High. Matt Geiser for Chaminade. Preston Donjon of Oakville. And Eric Baldwin of Kearney. Our third, Ben McIntyre of Central. Michael Melliker of Blue Springs. Ethan Finlayson of Lindbergh. Stephen Tresslar of Eureka. Jackson Brower of St. Louis U High. Trey Schuller of Chaminade. Ryan Woods of Oakville. And Elias Amparano of Kearney. Last in for Central, it's Natsu Gavin. Corey Schwepp for Blue Springs. Christian Knupfer for Lindbergh. Nick Seidel of Eureka. Chris Favier for St. Louis U High. Jack Basler for Chaminade. Dennis Galick for Oakville. And Jared Keller for Kearney. And touching first is Eureka. Second, St. Louis U. Third was Lindbergh. 4 was Chaminade. In 5, it was Parkway Central. In 6, Kearney. In 7, Oakville. In 8, it was Blue Springs. That's your consolation. We are just moments away now from the championship heat in the boys 200-yard free. It'll be Lee Summit North, Rockhurst, Park Hill South, John Burroughs, Lafayette Wildwood, MICDS, Liberty, and Blue Springs South. Let's see how these teams did last year. St. Louis U, the winner last year. Park Hill South got 3rd. Parkway West got 4th. So still in it. Burroughs, number 1 seed, got 5th last year. The number 2 seed Lafayette got 6th. The number 3 seed Park Hill got 2nd. Number 4 seed MICDS was in the consolation last year. Rockhurst, number 5 this year in the consolation last year. And number 7, Lee Summit North, finished 7th. And number 8, Blue Springs, was 1st in consolation last year. So St. Louis University High, the winners last year, unable to defend as they just got 2nd in the consolation. First in the pool, it'll be Littell for Lee Summit North, Hintz for Rockhurst, Heaton for Park Hill South, Beckles for Burroughs, Wilmison for Lafayette, Stupp for MICDS, Code for Liberty, and Puneke for Blue Springs South. No, I'm all wrong. That was their 2nd swimmers. So Hines for Lee Summit North, A.J. Eisman for Rockhurst, Travis Colpitz for South, Burroughs Deemer, Bruder for Lafayette, Sella for MICDS, Karandi for Liberty, and Henderson for Blue Springs South. A lot of names we've already heard a lot today. First turn, 2nd in the pool. I've already said it. Littell for Lee Summit North. Hinsey for Rockhurst. Heaton for Hill South. Beckles for Burroughs. Wilmison for Lafayette. Stupp for MICDS. Code for Liberty. And Puneke for Blue Springs South. Third in the pool, James White for Lee Summit North. Alex Lombardo for Rockhurst. Huffman, a state champion for Park Hill South, also a runner-up today. Tyler Waterman, John Burroughs, Connor Parsons, Lafayette, Lunsford Shock, MICDS, James Code for Liberty, and Connor Dillon for Blue Springs South. The anchors, Lee Summit North in 1, Ethan Brissett, Alex Demetri for Rockhurst, Lanning for Park Hill South, Steinhaus for Burroughs, Glazer for Lafayette, Lee for MICDS, Witzke for Liberty, and Gregston for Blue Springs. It's going to be lane 4, John Burroughs. This is Kevin Steinhaus with the finish, and they are the champions in the 200 free relay. John Burroughs, the number 1 seed coming in. They get the championship. 2 goes to Park Hill South. 3 goes to MICDS. And 4 goes to Lafayette Wildwood. And 5 will go to Blue Springs South. And 6th, it'll be Liberty. And 7, it'll be Lee's Summit North. And 8th, it'll be Rockhurst. So Rockhurst do pick up points there as well. Parkway Central not in this race either. So that's 2 races in a row where Rockhurst will pick it up and possibly take over Parkway Central. So congratulations to John Burroughs. Last year, Burroughs was number 5. Now they are number 1. They dethroned St. Louis University.
In 10th place with a time of 130.07, St. Louis University High. And in 9th place with a time of 129.85, Eureka.
Now we're just about we're about ready for the coach from John Burroughs. That's Leslie Carr to hand out the awards. Leslie Kerr, sorry. So in the 200-yard freestyle relay, Rockhurst, 8th place. Leslie Kerr will be a busy camper here with 32 medals to hand out. Lee Summit North will be 7th. Rockhurst was Iceman, House, Lombardo, and Dimitri. Lee Summit North was Hines, Littell, White, and Brissett. 6th place will be Liberty.
In 6th place with a time of 128.98, Liberty.
Liberty is Karandi, Kode, and Witzke. One Kode, Michael, is a sophomore. James, a senior. Brings up number 5, Blue Springs South. Henderson, Plenicky, Dillon, and Gregston. Henderson, the only senior in that group. Lafayette Wildwood will get 4th place here in the 200 free relay. Jeremy Bruder, John Wilmson, Connor Parsons, and John Glazier. Wilmson, a freshman, everybody else seniors on that squad.
In 3rd place with a time of 128.
3rd belongs to MICDS. These are all names you've heard a lot. Charles Sella, Tommy Stupp, Lunsford Schock, and Eric Lee. Second place, runners-up belong to Park Hill South. Travis Colpitz, a sophomore. Alex Houghton, a senior. Liam Huffman, a senior. And Richard Lanning, a sophomore. Liam Huffman already a champion earlier today. And now she'll get to hand out the medals to her winners. John Burroughs, a junior, Daniel Deemer, a senior, Robert Beckles, a sophomore, Tyler Waterman, and a junior, Kevin Steinhaus. How about that for youth? Steinhaus just had a great finish to bring that one home for John Burroughs. Burrows with some hugs for MICDS. That's a rivalry as well. So they're happy for each other, getting third and first in the 200 free.
In a tie for third place, both with 103 points, John Burrows and Blue Springs South.
They're giving the team scores now.
137 points, Parkway Central.
Parkway Central in second. Rockhurst now back to first. That can still change. Some major head-to-heads between these two teams. But Rockhurst with a pretty good lead right now, as they were in the last two events that Parkway Central was not. And we're about ready for the 100-yard backstroke. Two Parkway Central swimmers in the final. Rockhurst has one as well. Rockhurst has one in the consolation also. And looking forward to the 100 breast. Neither team with anybody in that event. So it could happen that Rockhurst and Central could come down to the 400 free for the championship. In the 100-yard backstroke, Sam Luthi of Parkway West in 1. Daniel Maynard from Staley in 2. Taylor Strong from Kickapoo in 3. AJ Eisman from Rockhurst in 4. Connor Sutton from Ozark in 5. Jack Finley from MICDS in 6. Sam Marlowe from Marquette in 7. Matt Wagner from Park Hill in lane 8. This is the 100-yard backstroke event number 10. Into the pool. Some hold on to the starter mark, some hold on to the side of the pool. And we are underway here in event number 10, the 100-yard backstroke consolation heat. First leg belongs to lane number 5. That is Connor Sutton of Ozark. Lane 3 coming on strong now, 2. 3, 4, and 5. Wow, that's a lot of people on this one now. This is gonna go to the finish. It's too close to call on my end. I'll go to the clock. It is Connor Sutton with the first touch. 2 to Eisman of Rockhurst. Sutton from Ozark. Third goes to Marlowe. 4 to Finley. 5 to Taylor Strong. 6 goes to Maynard. 7 to Luthi. And 8 to Wagner.
Please at this time, take your flashes and turn them off your cell phones and cameras. Thank you.
And now we're ready for the championship of the 100 back.
Ladies and gentlemen, on the starting order, those winners will be each of event 10.
Justin Marler, second last year, is seeded number 5. Weissman, third last year, seeded number 2. Will O'Shea, seeded number 1, was 6th last year. The 6th seed, Riley Brown, seeded 6th now, is 7th last year. The 8th seed, Jake Scoville, was 5th last year. So a lot of them packed in from last year's final. Add to that Alex Crawford, who was 3rd in the consolation, now seeded 3rd in this one. Here are your lane assignments. Timothy Regan of Parkway South in 1, Justin Marler of Timberland in 2, Alex Crawford, Francis Howell in 3, Will O'Shea from Chaminade in 4, Brandon Weissman of Parkway Central in 5, Nicholas Alexander of Vianney Freshman in 6, Riley Brown, Parkway Central in 7, and Jake Scoville from Rockhurst in 8. So Rockhurst got 2nd in that. Iceman got 2nd in that consolation. So that was, 10th place points. Central has a chance for 2 swimmers to get points in this championship. It's a good start. 100 yards on the backstroke. There's your turn. And it looks good for lane 4. That's Will O'Shea. Oh, down here as well in lane 2, Justin Marler looking good. Who's the first leg going to go to? It is lane 2, Justin Marler. Marler still looking good at the bottom of your screen. Marler 2nd last year. Would like to one-up that. He's got the lead. Marler coming home in lane 2. Close to the side. Marler, can he touch first? Or is it lane 4? It is Marler. Marler, the state champ. Last year, finishing 2nd to Jack Snow, a senior from Glendale. The Timberland senior now the state champion in his 2nd go-round. Touching 2nd was Will O'Shea. 3rd was Nicholas Alexander. 4th went to Weissman. 5, tied for 4th also, was Alex Crawford. 5, that's the 5 as well. 6 then is Scoville. 7, Riley Brown. And 8 was Timothy Regan. So Justin Marler, your state champion from Timberland. Again, last year, Marler finished 2nd, 52.79. Today, 51.93. So they're going over the consolation winners. So nice job by Justin Marler to get, not revenge really, but get back into the game and get his championship in his senior campaign. Runner-up last year, and now the state champion from Timberland. So Timberland doing pretty well today as well. Teresa Cordonier, of course, she coaches Andrew Sanssouci as well. And now another state champion, Justin Marler. So Timberland doing really the best with what they brought. Timberland came with 10 athletes, and they're going to have 3 championships today. Now the championship, Timothy Regan, Parkway South, got 8th place. 7th went to Riley Brown, a junior from Parkway Central. Regan also a junior. In 6th, it was Jake Scoville of Rockhurst, a senior. Tied for 4th, Alex Crawford, a junior out of Francis Howell, and Brandon Weissman, a senior out of Parkway Central. So they'll add those points together and cut them in half. They both finished 4th. In 3rd, the freshman from Vianney, Nicholas Alexander.
In third place with a time of 52.74 from Vianney, Nicholas Alexander.
Here comes Nicholas now. The runner-up this year, Will O'Shea from Chaminade.
In second place,
O'Shea got 6th last year as a sophomore. Now 2nd as a junior. Justin Marler says, you can win it next year. I won't be here.
And in first place, your winner of the 100-back posting.
And the champion from Timberland, a senior, Justin Marler. A big hug. So he joins Andrew Sanssouci of Timberland as a state champion in 2012. Sanssouci, a double state champion. In fact, a returning double. And a state record today as well for Sanssouci. Event 10 is in the books. Next up will be the 100-yard breaststroke. Let me hurry up and get that lane assignment for you so I can run down some results as well. In the 100 breaststroke consolation, Harry Stanton of Rockbridge in lane 1, David Ting from Springfield Central in 2, Chris Horn from Eureka in 3, Richard Lay of Lindbergh in 4, Trey Upton from Kickapoo in 5, Dylan Bale, B-E-H-L, Bell, maybe, from Hannibal, a freshman, in 6, Jacob Rains of Blue Springs in 7, and Evan Petrich, Springfield Central, sophomore, is in 8. And that gives me time to give you results since we've last done so. Event 8. In Event 8, that was the 500 free, the winner again, as I get the final results. Third was Tom Prinsloo, a senior out of Park Hill South. Ryan Baker just missed. A junior from Francis Howell, the state champion Lewis Bainan of Rockhurst, the champion in the 500 free. Got 20 points for his team. And then the team score after that 8th event was tight. Francis Howell 85 points in 4th, Marquette 88 points in 3rd, Parkway Central 129 in 2nd, and Rockhurst 138 in 1st. That's after 8 events. Event number 9, the 200 free relay. Top 3 went to MICDS, Sella, Stoop, Brown, and Schock. Second place went to Park Hill South, Rykoff, Houghton, Prinsloo, and Huffman. And your winners, John Burrows, Deemer, Waterman, Beckles, and Steinhaus were the champions. So the championship in the 200 free relay goes to John Burrows. Event number 10 was the 100-yard backstroke. Top 3 winners, Nicholas Alexander, a freshman from Vianney, Will O'Shea, a junior from Chaminade in 2nd place, and your state champion, Justin Marler from Timberland, just got his medal. And the team points through this event 10 is tightening up. Francis Howell in 5th with 99.5. Burroughs and Blue Springs both tied at 3rd with 103. Parkway Central 163.5. And 17 or 16.5 ahead is Rockhurst with 180. So Rockhurst looks like they're going to hang on. This is the consolation of the boys 100 breast. Sorry. It was Chris Horn of Eureka ahead at the split. There they are for the home stretch now. Everybody very tight. Looks like lane 3 is in good shape. This is Chris Horn. See what kind of finish he's got. At the wall, it is lane 6 with the finish. Dylan Bell from Hannibal. Second touch goes to Chris Horn. Third to Trey Upton. 4 to David Ting. 5 goes to Richard Lay. L-E is his last name. 6 goes to Evan Petrich. 7 to Jack Raines. And 8 to Harry Stanton. Now we're ready for the 100 breast in the championship. Jake Livingston, a senior from Fort Zumwalt Weston, 1. Bobby Wood, a senior from Francis Holland, 2. Nathaniel Vaughter from Staley, a junior, in 3. Zach Noach, a senior from Lee Summit, in 4. Alex Albrocht, a sophomore from Rockhurst, in 5. Easton Noble from Westminster Christian, in 6. Brad Rue from John Burroughs, in 7. And Jeffrey Berger, a junior from Kirkwood, is in lane 8. The 100 breast. Zach Noach was 4th last year. Vaughter was 3rd. Noble was Vaughter was 4th, tied for 4th. Noble was 6th. Livingston was 8th. Albrocht was in the consolation. Rue was in the consolation. And Jeffrey Berger didn't even make the consolation, and here they all are in the final in the 100 breaststroke. It's a good start. They'll get as much out of this as they can. And the longest stretch there was by Zach Noach. Noach makes the turn from Lee Summit. And he is currently barely in first. Close with Rockhurst Albrocht in 5. And also lane 3, Vaughter. First touch was 4, though. Zach Noach. Making even more of a stride now is the Lee Summit senior, Zach Noach. And he makes even more space up now. 54.78 is the state mark. It's not going to be gotten today, but Noach will be your state champion at 57.70. So the senior improves over last year. Noach 4th last year, tied for 4th, is your state champion this year as the senior. The second touch went to Albrocht. Third went to Vaughter, tied for 4. 4th is by itself. 4 was Bobby Wood. The tie for 5th belongs to Noble and Rue. 7th will go to Berger, and 8th to Livingston. So congratulations to Lee Summit's Zach Noach. Head coach Colleen Gibler. No, that's Lee Summit West, sorry. Lee Summit is Bruce Holder. We'll give out the awards here in a moment. In our 11th event, one more to go. So after the last event, they do like to give out the swimmer of the meet, and I don't think there's any doubt it'll be Andrew Sanssouci again, as he not only defended his 2 state championships, he also set another MSHSAA record today. Second year in a row he did that. So here are the top finishers in the championship. Jake Livingston, a senior out of Fort Zumwalt West, with 8th place. 7 will go to Jeffrey Berger from Kirkwood, a junior.
In a tie for 5th place.
We did have a tie for 5th place. So Westminster Christian Senior and John Burroughs Senior, Easton Noble from Westminster, and Brad Ryu, from Burroughs. Well, each share a medal. Well, they'll each get their own. The team will share the points. They'll add up 5th and 6th place and cut them in half.
In 4th place with a time of 59.
4th belongs to the senior from Francis Howell, Bobby Wood. Third will go to the junior from Staley, Nathaniel Vaughter. Vaughter, no stranger to the medal stand. Runner-up will be Rockhurst sophomore Alex Albrocht, and that almost takes care of the Rockhurst championship right there with those points. All that's left is Bruce Holder, his only athlete in this tournament to give him his state medal. Zach, I'm sorry, it's pronounced Kanoki. So Zach Kanoki, your champion from Lee's Summit, a senior, the only swimmer for his team at this tournament. That's quality over quantity.
In 10th place with 72 1/2 points, Lafayette. In 9th place with 77 1/2 points, MICS. In 8th place with 85 points, Lee Summit 4th. In 7th place with 93 points, Parkville South. In 6th place with 94 points.
They're giving the team awards. I'll try to put an ear on that.
In 4th place with 114 1/2 points, Francis Howell. In 3rd place with 116 1/2 points, John Burroughs. In 2nd place with 163 1/2 points, Parkway Central. Your team leader through the 100 breast with a grand total of 197 points,
Rockhurst well ahead of Parkway Central now, 30-something points. So it looks like Rockhurst will be the state champion for it. It's either the 9th or the 10th time straight. Let's make sure we have all of our events lined up for you. We talked about the 50 free already. We talked about the 200 free belonging to Burroughs, yes. Justin Marler in the 100 back, the state champion from Timberland. And then Zach Kanoki, the senior from Lee Summit, just taking the championship in the 100-yard breaststroke. Now we have the 400-yard freestyle relay. Winning this last year, Lafayette, not in it. Parkway Central, number 1 seed, they are 4th last year. Rockhurst, number 2 seed, they were 6th last year. Burroughs also in the final, as their relays have done very well today. But in the consolation, it'll be Liberty in 1, Kickapoo in 2, Glendale in 3, Marquette in 4, Staley in 5, Lafayette Wildwood in 6, Lindbergh in 7, Parkway South in 8. In the pool for Liberty, Karandi, Kickapoo Strong, Glendale Mace, Marquette Davis, Staley Gunter, Lafayette Parsons, Lindbergh Mayer, and South Regan. These names should be very familiar by now, as we're in our final event. So 100 yards per gentleman. This is where the pool never gets settled. Non-stop whitewater. Second ones in the pool getting ready. That'll be Liberty's Michael Code. Trey Upton for Kickapoo. Tanner Reynolds for Glendale. Sam Marlowe for Marquette. Daniel Maynard for Staley. Jared Rahe, small print, for Lafayette. Lindbergh's Finlinson and Grass for Parkway South. All in the pool now. At the first handoff, Marquette in first. Continue to do that, but coming on strong is Lafayette now in 6. One more over and back for the second leg. Still looking good for Lafayette in 6 and Marquette in 4. Third in the pool will be Code for Liberty. Smith for Kickapoo. Smith for Glendale. Cantani for Marquette. Duffy for Staley. Wilmison for Lafayette. White for Lindbergh. And Wolf for Parkway South. First place now at the halfway mark is Lafayette. Lane 7 looking good now. That's Lindbergh. They've got the lead. That's White for Lindbergh, giving them some distance now. Fourth into the water will be Witzke for Liberty, Sean for Kickapoo, Brand for Glendale, Poskin for Marquette, Vaughter for Staley, Glazer for Lafayette, Knepfer for Lindbergh, and Polly's for Parkway South. All speedsters. Lane 6 has the first touch. That's Lafayette after 3 legs. It's a tight one in 6 and 7. Lafayette and Lindbergh. Lindbergh in 7. One more over and back. Lindbergh looking good. This is Christian Kempfer. Does he have enough to finish? Kempfer for Lindbergh. Glazer for Lafayette. Oh, don't forget lane 3 here. Who is it? It is lane 3. Sneaking up was Glendale for first place. Second touch to Lindbergh. Third touch to Marquette. 4 to Lafayette. 5 to Staley. 6 to Kickapoo. 7 to Liberty. And 8 to Parkway South. All that's left is the championship in the 400 relay. Well, you just saw the defending champions, Lafayette, get 4th place in the consolation this year. Park Hill South is in the final. Parkway Central in the final. Rockhurst in the final, all in the top 8 last year. And it will be Park Hill South in 1, Lee Summit North in 2, John Burroughs in 3, Parkway Central in 4, Rockhurst in 5, Blue Springs South in 6, MICDS in 7, Francis Howell in 8. Here are your swimmers for South in 1, Park Hill South. Colpitts, Hines for Lee Summit North, Steinhaus for Burroughs, Orff for Parkway Central, Lair for Rockhurst, Munoz for Blue Springs South, Sella for MICDS, and Baker for Francis Howell. The defending champion, Lafayette, will not defend. They did not make the final, and they just finished 4th in the consolation. This is the last race of the day in the championships, the 76th Swimming and Diving Championships, coming to you from St. Peter's. Rec-Plex. And we're underway in the final race of the day. Four laps for each swimmer. First touch goes to lane 4. That's Parkway Central. Next into the water, Park Hill South will have Alex Houghton, James White for Lee Summit North, Robert Beckles for Burroughs, Weissman for Central, Parkway Central, Scovell for Rockhurst, Klunecki for Blue Springs South, Finley for MICDS, and Alex Crawford for Francis Howell. And lane 4 has a really good lead here at Parkway Central. For now. Way at the top, looking good is Francis Howell. Right now it's still lane 4. One more over and back. Central still with the first touch. But look at the top of your screen. Francis Howell making up some space here. They'll be the first to flip. Third into the water. Liam Huffman for Hill South. Riley for Summit North. Waterman for Burroughs. Brown for Central. Albrock for Rockhurst. Dillon for Blue Springs South. Stoop for MICDS. And Wood for Francis Howell. Lane 8 still doing some damage here. In second place, Parkway Central in 4. One more flip, and we'll hear our anchors. The anchors today will be Lanning for Park Hill South. Brissett for Lee Summit North. Hodeling for John Burroughs. Rogers for Central Parkway. Bainan for Rockhurst. Breakston for Blue Springs South. Schott for MICDS. And Hempen for Howell. It is still Howell in the lead. Central in 4 in second. One more over and back for the last championship to be crowned today. Here comes lane 4, Parkway Central. This is Zach Rogers. He touches first. It's Rogers in 4. He's going to bring it home for the Colts of Parkway Central. Zach Rogers will touch first at 3:11.84. And Parkway Central will get the first place in the 400 freestyle relay. Second to Francis Howell, a great race by the Vikings. In third place, Blue Springs South. In fourth, MICDS. In fifth, it was Rockhurst. In sixth, it was John Burroughs. In 7, Lee Summit North. And in 8, Park Hills South. So the points by Central not enough to make up, since Rockhurst will also get team points here as well. So it looks like the champions in 2012 will also be the Hawklets of Rockhurst. So all that's left is the handing out of the medals in the 4x400. And Parkway Central coach will have to do it one more time. So she's been a busy young lady today. So congratulations. Kevin Fowler. And the team trophy as well to be handed out, but looks like it will be Rockhurst again in this 2012. And I'll hand out the swimmer of the meet. And I don't see how there's any doubt that it's Timberland's Andrew Sanssouci. So Kevin Fauber out there to hand out the awards here. In 8th place, again, it was Park Hill South, Cole Pitts, Houghton, Hoffman, and Lanning. Liam Hoffman, one of their state champs today. Seventh place will be Lee Summit North. The Hines, White, Riley, and Brissett. Really small writing here, sorry. Burrows gets 6th place. Steinhaus, Beckles, Waterman, and Hottling. Steinhaus, a really good job today for his team. Only a junior, he'll be back. In 5th place, it'll be Rockhurst. Senior Mark Lair, senior Jake Scovell, sophomore Alex Albrocht, and senior Lewis Bainan. So some state champions there. In 4th place, MICDS will be Charles Sella, Jack Finley, Tommy Stupp. I think they're saying maybe Stupp, and Lunsford Shock. They are 4th place winners. And your top 3, Blue Springs South, Lucas Munoz, Jack Klinecki, Connor Dillon, and Connor Gregston. And then the runners-up will be Francis Howell. What a race they just ran, or swam. Ryan Baker, Alex Crawford, Bobby Wood, Josh Hempen, 2nd place. And your champion from Parkway Central, Nick Orff, Brandon Weissman, Riley Brown, Zach Rogers. No stranger to championships already today. Parkway Central, the winner of the final relay of the day as well. Congratulations to them. Let's run it down. Your champions in all events. In the 200-yard relay, Parkway Central's team of Brown, Weissman, Orff, and Rogers. In event number 2, Liam Huffman from Park Hill South, the winner of the 200 free. In event 3, Nick Orff from Parkway Central, winner of the 200 IM. In event 4, Andrew Sanssouci, the 50-yard freestyle winner. In event number 6 today, Andrew Sanssouci, again in a state record at 47.96, defender in both of those events of his state championship last year. Alex Crawford, the winner in the 100 free from Francis Howell. Part of the reason they got 2nd place in that last matchup. In the 500 free, the champion, Lewis Bainan of Rockhurst. In event 9, the 200 freestyle relay, the winner, John Burrows, Deemer, Beckles, Waterman, and Steinhaus. In event 9, 10, Alex Crawford of Francis Howell, the state champion. No, I am sorry. That was Justin Marler from Timberland, the state champion in the 100 back. In the 100 breast, Zach Kanoke of Lee Summit, 1st place in the 100 breast. And your winners here in the 400 free just now, Parkway Central's Orff, Weissman, Brown, and Rogers. I'm looking to see if they give me team scores. They do. Here is your final in the team scores from 10th to 1st. 10th place, Lindbergh. 9th place was Marquette. 8th, MICDS. 7th, Lee Summit North. 6th, Park Hill South. In 5th, Blue Springs South. In 4th, John Burroughs. In 3rd, Francis Howell. In 2nd, Parkway Central. And in 1st place, again, Rockhurst with 225 points.
In 9th place with 106 points.
And I don't want to leave out diving, done earlier today. The top 3 in diving today, Zach Cook of Rockhurst in 3rd, Chris Little of Hillcrest in 2nd, and David Konopke of Rockhurst in 1st by 50 points. So they're giving out or announcing the awards now, and all that's left to be said is the swimmer of the meet. And there's no doubt in my mind that'll be the 2-time defending champion now, and another state record for Timberland's Andrew Sansu-C. So that's going to do it here from St. Peter's. The 76th Boys Swimming and Diving Championships now are in the books. And don't forget, go to MSHSAA TV if you're interested in a DVD of this, and try to order them there. There'll be different editions. There'll be the preliminaries from last night. There'll be the diving from this afternoon, and then these championships in swimming tonight. So for everybody at MSHSAA.TV, I'm Tim Miller. Thanks to Jake on the camera. We're going to say so long from St. Peter's, Missouri, from the Rec-Plex and the 76th State High School Swimming and Diving Championships.
In 3rd place, with 148 1/2 points, Francis Howell. Adam Lewis, Ronnie Glenn, Carson Paul, Bonnie Wood, and you're coached by Andy Chung. Your 3rd place finisher, Francis Howell.
Third place. How much more do we have? 3rd, 2nd, 1st, and the swimmer of the meet. Okay. Which I've already announced all of them. Oh, you have? Okay. Right. So people, do these go pretty quick, or are they going forever? We're taking pictures. I just think it's another 2 or 3 days. Did Maplewood take your game today? No, they lost. Maplewood lost. It was just almost like a carbon copy of the CBT game. Close game. Actually, Maplewood was up
In 2nd place, with 203 1/2 points, Parkway Central. Parkway Central State team includes Elliot Barnes, Adam Barr, Riley Brown, Hiroki Gavin, and Sue Gavin, Spencer Krause, Ben McIntyre, Ruben Arlo, Nick Ford, Kendall, Hunter Rick, Zach Rogers,
That would have been, that's a big upset if they had it.
Jenny Chang, and
That was a good team. I remember them about 4
second
times.
place finisher, Parkway Central.
That could be first. That could be stop. We're done with him. Next is first. State champ.
is Kurt Miller, non-executive director of St. High School Activities Association, and Don Maurer, member of the board of directors of Missouri State High School Activities Association.
I think it's their 10th year in a row to win this thing. Rockford. 10 in a row.
Your 2012 Missouri State High School Activities Association men's swimming and diving champions with a grand total of 225 points. Rockers. Rockers state team includes Alex Albright, Louis Savannah, Grant Myers, Josh Concannon, Zach Cook, Eli Costa, Alex Dimitri, Tristan Brock, Drew Hagel, Nicholas Lynch, Jack Hilliard, AJ Easton, David Kopke, Bo Lenny, Martin Blair, Alex Lombardo, Ken Richards, Noah Reese, Jared Rogers, Pete Rogers, Jake Scobell, Pete Stanley, Tommy Bohan, Brady Weinrich, and Trevor Weinrich, and is coached by Paul Wakeler. Once again, your swimming champions, Rockers.
They should quickly name the coach of the year. I think they already did it. There's a guy that both of his titles this year. Last year, he did.
Thank you for coming to the St. Peter's and visiting Rec-Plex. We hope you had a great time. We do ask, please help out our staff. Clean up your area on your way out. We would greatly appreciate it. Please drive safely on your way back home. And if we don't see you in February, your girl.